Thank you for calling my phone house associate hotline. My name is Veronica. How can I help?
Hey, Veronica. I was just on a phone with a gentleman named Marcus, and my phone cut off in the middle of my report.
Okay, let's see. Hold on a moment. How far had you gotten in the report?
He was just starting to write down the details, the beginning details. He got my name and number and everything. I waited for a few minutes for him to call back, and I said, well, I'll just call back real quick and see if I can get a hold of Marcus again.
Okay, let's see if we can, hold on just a moment. And I'll see, we're checking now. Bear with me a moment.
Yeah, I didn't know how many people were there, so that's why I was like, well, Marcus?
Mm-hmm. As long as you have his name, if you had said a name, that would have been not happening tonight. Okay, hold on just a moment.
Okay.
So you said...
Come again?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, you said he was getting your information when the call disconnected?
He was starting to take the report.
Oh, okay. Had he gotten your contact information?
Yes, ma'am.
All of your name, email address, and all that?
Yeah, my phone number, my address, my email address, he got all that.
Okay. Okay, one moment.
Okay.
Okay, hold on just a moment. What's your name?
Jeffrey Carnley, Carnley.
Okay, hold on a moment. I have it right here. Hold on.
Okay.
76644. One moment. Okay, all right, bear with me just a moment. There's nothing coming up, so we'll start over. One moment.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm more than happy to get your case reported to our team. But first, I'll need to gather some information from you. What's your first name, Mr. Carnley?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Yes, ma'am.
C-A-R-N-L-Y or L-E-Y?
Ley.
Okay, thank you. You have a nickname?
No.
Okay. May I have your daytime telephone number? Area code first, please.
850-376-8747.
Thank you. I have 850 376-8747?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Bear with me a moment. Is that an evening number as well? Same number?
It's an all-time number, no matter what time it is.
Okay. You may I have your email address, Mr. Carnley?
It's J, then the Carnley, 2005 at yahoo.com.
jcarnley2005 at Yahoo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. JCARNLEY 2005 at yahoo.com.
Yes, ma'am.
May I have your address, please?
7333 Pine Forest Road, and that's 2 words.
Pine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pine.
F-O-R, I'm sorry, P as in Peter, I-N-E, F-O-R-R-E-S-T?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's Pine Forest Road. It's going to be lot 138.
Okay. You said road?
Yeah, road.
Lot 138?
Yes, ma'am.
May I have your zip code?
32526.
Okay. I have 7333 Pine Forest Road, Lot 138, and that's Pensacola, Florida, 35232.
Yes, ma'am.
Your preferred method of contact, Mr. Carnley, is that by phone or email?
By phone, please.
Okay. Is that morning, afternoon, or night?
Just any time.
Which would you prefer?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay. Thank you. One moment, please. Is this a report you provided, you've called in about before?
Yeah, I've called twice already about it.
This is the same report?
Yeah, and plus retaliation for reporting an incident. And then I reported the division manager too, and still, I'm not getting nowhere.
Okay, hold on. Okay, now these seem to be two separate issues. There's one with the issue with the, she said you punched her in the face, and then the other one is about an inappropriate conversation.
No, I never punched nobody in the face. I don't know what that's about.
No, it says, Miss Carney, I'm sorry, about some nude photos?
Yeah, that was another associate sending me nude photos. Then she
was
in a bar.
Now these are, okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, these are two separate issues, different issues. Now, what is it that you're calling us about tonight? Is it something else or which one of these?
One of those. I think it's one of those, because I've called 4 or 5 times in the past 6 months.
I'm sorry, I only see 2. Can you tell me what this report is about tonight briefly so we can see that we have to do a new one?
Yeah, I wasn't calling to do a new one. I was calling to do a retaliation for reporting the last 2 calls I'd made, where my manager was having a discussion about anal sex with 2 minor people.
Okay, so that's the one you're calling about tonight?
Yeah, I was calling to retaliate. She cut my hours for calling the hotline, and she's saying me having a special needs son is a problem for me working there.
All right, Mr. Carnley, one moment. So your hours were cut?
Yeah. I went to the division manager with some issues, and I said, hey, man, I can only work certain days because my son started back to school because he's autistic and he's special needs, and he's on Social Security, and now he has appointments and stuff to go to. So I said I can only work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I brought back up, I said, I don't know what y'all did about this last inappropriate conversation. And then all of a sudden she took Sunday away from me. And I've never had a Sunday off in the whole 8 years I worked at this unit, ever.
Wow. You now you're working Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday?
Yes, ma'am. I can cover. I can
Okay.
do 4 days a week, but 3 days cuts my money so low that I can't even support my kids. I can't even buy food for the house.
I'm sorry.
I know, and that's why I said, then I told my division manager, Jason, he was with me. He agreed with me that was the schedule I should get. But, as soon as he left, she changed it and cut Sunday out and gave it to somebody else.
Okay. Who is this she? What's her name?
My manager, Whitney Love. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. One moment. And she's a unit manager?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I've worked at the unit for 8 years at this particular unit. I've worked since 1999 at Waffle House. And I have a special needs son, and it's been that way for 3 or 4 years now since he's been diagnosed, and it's always been some issues with me. And they've never had a problem with it before, ever. But now all of a sudden, since I've been calling the hotline on Whitney, she wants to, take my hours away and tell all the other associates I'm causing problems for the unit. And
okay.
And because of my son being special needs, because I have to have a certain schedule because of him.
She's telling the associates that you're causing problems?
Yeah, she told Stephen Hicks that I was causing problems for myself because I have to schedule change because of my son especially. And he started school. And this started back in July, and I told everybody, and her and my district were gone for like a month. I didn't see no member of management. I ain't talked to no member of management. And they had a manager trainee in the unit, and I was like, listen, next week school's going to start. I'm gonna have to start being late because I get my son off the bus. Because when you're special needs here in Florida, they won't let anybody get your son off the bus. You have to be like approved through the state to get your son off the bus for special needs. And I'm the only one available to get him off. His mom's not around.
So your son is starting school, and you could only work certain days because you have to get him off the bus.
Yeah, and certain days I'm late, and certain days I'm off because I have to take him. Now he's on Social Security, and the government's on me, and I have to take him to appointments and stuff like doctors and stuff for the government to make sure I keep his Social Security. Oh, and that's another thing. They will not give me paycheck stubs. Every time I ask for Whitney for a paycheck stub, she ignores me and walks away. But I need these paycheck stubs to get to the Social Security office, to government officials, to get his stuff for him. And I have to wait to see, like, somebody else is there before I can ask for one, or else I won't get it.
Okay. Now, who did you request the hours of Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday?
First, I went to Leonard, my district manager. He ignored me.
Okay.
Then I went to the manager trainee at the same time, and I'm like, listen, this needs my schedule. And she goes, okay, I'll talk to Whitney for you. And she tried talking to Whitney for me, but Whitney blew her off and just ignored her, because I was asking for something I needed for my son, because I've been calling the hotline because she's giving me problems.
Okay.
And the other thing Andrea, she's a manager trainee. She has disappeared since, I've been making these calls. She disappeared too, along with the 2 minor girls that she was having an inappropriate conversation with. They have disappeared. I don't know it's just really weird. And I've called twice about this, and they won't give me a reference number or anything.
There's a reference number.
Oh, there is? They would never give me one. I'm like, I want my reference number, and I want to be able to put my PIN in so I can call back or something in it, because I've been with Waffle House since the 90s, so I know how this works.
Now, she had this inappropriate conversation with you?
No, well, I walked in the middle of it, and they tried getting me into it. The 2 minor girls trying to get me into the conversation about anal sex. And she was having a conversation with them.
Okay. Who was she having a conversation with?
These 2 minor girls that work at the unit. They're high school girls.
Okay. And are they
Are they what? Cut off.
Are they salespersons?
I believe one is a cook and one is a salesperson.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it. They're nice girls, but I just was uncomfortable with that type of conversation with minor children or anybody under the age of 18. I'm really conservative about stuff like that. I really don't like to be around.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so now you're working Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she cut my Sunday off because Monday and Tuesday I'm late because I get my son off the bus.
Okay.
You know, so, and that gives me enough hours where I can still make some money and still be where I get my vacation checks. You know, because you got to have a certain amount of hours to be on the payroll. You know, and it puts me right at, and Sunday is a full day and Saturday is a full day for me. The only part days I have is Monday and Tuesday. So those Saturday and Sunday is very important. And like I said, I've been here 8 years and never had a Saturday or Sunday off, ever. I've worked every Father's Day, every Mother's Day, and all of a sudden they're taken away from me, and that's kind of weird.
Okay, one moment.
And I did approve the schedule with the division manager, Jason Whitaker.
Okay, one moment, please.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and this was Whitney.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, one moment. Okay, do you know when exactly this occurred, when she started doing this, or is this the first time you've heard this type of conversation that she's having?
No, it's the first time I've heard of a conversation like that. It happened once, you know, and I think she realized I didn't like it, and so she's been real careful since then what she says in front of me.
Okay. All right, now tell me, do you remember when this happened?
It was 2 or 3 months ago, ma'am. I've called twice already. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, but that's okay. No one put a date in here. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole problem I was having. I was like, this is really hinky how this is going down. Because every time I would call, they wouldn't give me a reference number or nothing. I think if I looked in my records, I'm sure I could find a date, but I'd have to go look on my computer and, you know, or look through conversations I had with somebody. Because, I mean, I talked to my girlfriend about it and stuff and let her, you know, she knows when I call. And that's the only way I'd be able to know. Okay, it was during the summer. This is before school started. I know that much.
Okay.
I think it was sometime around the July time frame is what I want to say.
Okay. But you don't know what date in July?
No, I don't, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. So this happened in July of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One moment. Okay, one moment, please.
No problem.
And this happened during first shift?
The shift changed because I was walking in the back room to go clock in for my shift, which is 2 to 9.
Oh, so it's not the first shift.
It's the end of first and beginning of second, so.
Okay. Okay. So this is right before 2?
Yeah, it was like right at like 1:55.
Okay. All right, one moment.
Okay.
One moment, please. Okay, let me give you this report number, Mr.
Call. No problem.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, the number is 733.
Okay.
48.
733 what? I'm sorry.
48.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another number in there. 73348. No problem.
No, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, is there anything else, Mr. Carnley?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you very much, Veronica.
It was my pleasure, and thank you for calling the Waffle House Associate Hotline, and you have a great morning.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.